Hello and welcome everyone to this quick fire video. My name is Knud Lasse Lueth. I am the CEO at IoT Analytics, a market research company on IoT and related topics. And today I am joined by Kai Hackbarth, who I've known for a while. He is the head of product and solutions Europe for Bosch software and digital solutions. I hope I said that right. And today we're going to talk about sustainability in manufacturing, which is a very interesting topic, which has grown a lot from our research angle in importance over the last 3-4 years and continues to do so. And I'm very curious to hear from Kai how topic is manifesting itself within Bosch and within the solution. So Kai, to get things started, I'd love to get your take on why is sustainability important for manufacturers and maybe more specifically for Bosch?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hi, Knud. Thanks for having me. So to basically get to your question, so I don't know if you have known, but Bosch already in 2020 was, the first corporate announcing, being carbon neutral in 2020, right? In scope 1 and in scope 2. So we clearly see us as a leader in this space, right? So responsibility, I would say, was the driving force behind this. So if you look at our product development guidelines, for example, we clearly say there that, every product that we develop, and also during the product lifecycle, if you want, we have to, conserve, our resources, right? And we also see a clear market demand from the consumer side for such products. And then there is also the regulation part here, right? So in my opinion, in not too far future from now, right? So there will be, companies will be forced to at least be transparent about their CO2 footprint, and probably also to implement certain sustainability initiatives in their companies, right? And in Germany, I think we have already sort of a head start, this so-called supply chain law, this Lieferkettengesetz, right? Is exactly going into this direction, right? And here size does not matter, right? So whether you're a small or a big company, all of us have to comply to it, right? And last point here maybe is the financial part, or the financial part really, that this is also becoming another driver now. I mean, look at what Tesla did with trading carbon credits and making billions with it, right? So that's maybe where we are coming from the Bosch world.
Right, and as you said, you were very early, so I have to assume you've worked and tried out different things, different solutions. You just kind of said sustainability has different angles. I'm curious to hear which solutions or products that you've used have had the biggest impact. Are they AI related, IoT? Tell us a little bit more about what's worked for you and what do you see working in the market?
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, we have, I would say, several solutions in our portfolio, and basically IoT and AI is always in the core of it, to say it like this, right? So I would start maybe with something to get started. So that's a solution we call Phantom, which is basically a device that you can plug into the power line. It's non-intrusive, so it takes you like 30 minutes and you can get going, right? And it basically enables you to do emissions, scope 2 emissions trading, right? And also energy and asset monitoring. And with AI, we are able to learn in a couple of days the behavior of the devices or assets that are connected basically to the system, right? And based on this, then you can make your conclusions. I would call this as maybe as a sort of a starting point, right? Then another solution that we successfully implemented in Bosch, but also externally now, is called Decarbonize Industries, right? So this is basically a planning service that also comes with AI, right? And basically from our own experience, we know how time consuming it is to build roadmaps for, implementing, let's say, new photovoltaic system or any other decarbonize initiatives, right? So with this tool, we can do this basically in a couple of minutes by simulating, different scenarios, see how our, mix of, let's say, power sources is, and also get in return our return of invest, or by when we can have our return of invest. And then the last point, which I would call our flagship product, is DeepSights, right? So it's here we not only talk about transparency of energy consumption, but also to take action, upon it. So to automate, certain activities based on, the demand of energy and availability of energy sources, to call it like this.
Very good. So I noted three things, if I'm not mistaken: Phantom, decarbonized industries, and DeepSights.
Yes, correct.
And I mean, you said DeepSights is your flagship product. What specific pain point is that solving with the companies you're working with or you're seeing? I'm curious.
Yeah. So DeepSights is basically a complete solution, right? So in here we follow what we call the collect, connect, consume, and cognitive approach, right? So collect means we collect data, obviously, from the different like utilities, but also from from the shop floor where we have where we consume energy, if you want, right? Collect means that we basically make it available to the platform, if you want, right? Consume means that we process the data, and cognitive is really applying then also artificial intelligence on top of it to take action, or automated action, to call it like this, right? So so what we have built here is also a couple of different things. So we have so-called 60 pre-built KPIs and asset models. So KPIs really means like how can I optimize energy consumption, right? Asset models is also really the different types of asset models that I may have in a factory, right? So this could be process machines, power sources, power distribution, complex assets, and then we can gain insights about let's say the energy intensive production and also our utility assets. And I think what is also important is really so we help our, let's say, customers with the ISO 50001 certification. So we don't produce a certificate ourselves, but we basically provide all the data so that a certificate can be issued.
And in my preparation for this call, I also learned that you're using tools such as these in your own factories, which makes a good case for others to look at that as well. And I can also tell from my research angle that these kind of solutions for energy management, for carbon tracking, and so on, there's a lot of demand, or at least interest for it at this very moment, for various reasons, whether it's regulatory, as you laid out earlier. As we are kind of wrapping up this call, if you had one word to say to people listening, watching, what would be your call to action based on the experience you've had? You outlined you guys were early. What's the one thing people should be doing on their sustainability agenda?
But I mean, I think that's pretty easy, right? So I think we should get started sooner than later, right? So I mean, implementing sustainability or initiatives is a journey, right? And as we already know, so regulation is coming. Plus, I think I mean, corporate responsibility, is something we should take serious in a sense, right? And we will also as I mentioned before, have financial benefit of it, right? And our recommended approach is to, let's say, analyze, benchmark your carbon footprint in your, let's say, factory or within your factories, if you want, right? discover and develop solution use cases, right? So, I mean, don't do like everything at once, but step by step, right? Then, start implementing lighthouse projects and do also performance audits. And then, disclose reports and review action plans, right? So that we basically, are being conscious about, what we are doing, how we are doing it, and with whom we are doing it, right?
Very good. Thank you very much, Kai.
My
That was
pleasure.
a very interesting short discussion we had here. And thank you everyone for switching on. And we will see you at the next video.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.